1 second, we'll be ready. What's up, Rory and Cynthia? Should be fine either way. Alright, let's get into it. I've been excited to do this. Got my stuff done. Where I want to start. Yeah, we're going to do it the Proving Grounds. That's one of my favorite courses. Now we're going to go with my classic color, McLaren F1 and a blue color.
Pursuing its goal of creating the ultimate road-going sports car, McLaren Cars spared no expense and drew upon its vast Formula One racing knowledge to create the spectacular McLaren F1, a super light, high-performance car which employs some of the most cutting-edge technologies and materials in the industry. Built on an incredibly strong and ultralight carbon composite chassis, the F1's potent BMW V12 engine, producing 627 horsepower, is capable of propelling this car to a stunning 231 mile-per-hour top speed, earning it the distinction of being the fastest production sports car in the world. For improved grip and handling, the F1 employs a complex system of airflow management, electric fans, and a brake-activated rear foil, whose combined effects literally suck the car to the ground at high speeds. Carrying a staggering 540,000 pound sticker price, the McLaren F1 is the most expensive production road car in the world. But for drivers that demand ultimate performance and can afford the price, few cars can match either its speed or acceleration. Although founded in 1989, the history of McLaren cars actually began decades earlier, during the outstanding racing career of the late Bruce McLaren. Born in New Zealand in 1937, Bruce McLaren began his foray into automotive racing at the youthful age of 14, when his father gave him an aging 24-horsepower 1929 Austin 7 Ulster racer. Using the old Austin 7, the young McLaren began to learn about racing and engineering. In 1959, he became the youngest driver to ever win a Grand Prix, a milestone which was to set the tenor for the remainder of his career. With the formation of Bruce McLaren Motor Racing in 1964, he and his team began their conquest of Formula One and founded a dynasty which stands to this day. McLaren also dreamt of producing a road-going sports car, but sadly, he was killed in a tragic testing accident in 1970. Yet his dream and the team lived on, dominating the sport and becoming the most successful Grand Prix team ever in 1993. McLaren Cars was formed in 1989 with a simple mission statement: build the ultimate road-going sports car. Drawing on McLaren's rich Formula One heritage and technology base, the company, under the guidance of technical director Gordon Murray and his team, crafted a dream into reality. In 1994, the company launched their first production road car, the McLaren F1.
That's cool, Cynthia. Oh, dude, that's such a nice shot. I might have to try to recreate some of these in Forza later.
Pursuing its goal,
let's take a break from the history lessons and get right into the gameplay. Oh, that's such a nostalgic loading screen. Gotta restart to change the song. I don't know if that song is safe or not.
3, 2, 1, go! Lap record. Final lap.
I'm getting used to, but it still plays the way I remember it.
Congratulations, you have won the race. Congratulations, you've got a top time for this track. Congratulations, you just beat the best lap time for this track.
Nice. So I thought we'd run arcade. Let's take a trip into the Outback, eh? Another one of my favorite cars, the Ferrari F50. They also used quite a bit in Forza Horizon 5 and 6. I'm gonna give it a white paint job, it just seems... So you know what, I'll have a red look.
In keeping with its racing heritage and commemorating 50 years of Ferrari history, the Formula One-inspired F50 represents a long line of automotive excellence and achievement. This stallion from the Ferrari stables is a two-seat Formula One race car with very few compromises to make it street legal. Based on the Ferrari 333 SP, its composite carbon fiber body and 513 horsepower engine allows it to reach 60 miles per hour in a blistering 3.7 seconds. The F50's striking personality also affords some innovative design features. With its Berlinetta detachable rooftop, this car can be driven as either a coupe or a spider. It is also the first production car to have the engine and transmission bolted directly to the carbon fiber chassis, making this assembly an integral structural component of the F50. With an extremely seductive look and a top speed of 202 miles per hour, the F50 is clearly the prized thoroughbred of the Ferrari lineup. With a tradition of producing some of the world's fastest and most exotic sports cars, it is no surprise that Ferrari has a rich lineage of competitive auto racing. The legacy began in 1919, when Enzo Ferrari made his racing debut at Parma Bercetto. His natural talent and racing achievements allowed him to establish a relationship with Alfa Romeo. 10 years later, Enzo Ferrari founded Scuderia Ferrari, which was dedicated to organizing races for its members. It grew to become an official racing team and ultimately into an engineering racing division for Alfa Romeo. In 1947, Enzo Ferrari, together with a few close colleagues and talented engineers, designed and produced their first car. Since that time, Ferrari has produced over 150 different automobiles for both pleasure and racing.
Yeah, definitely on PS1 port, and yeah, Cynthia for sure. When I was a kid, I used to use the McLaren, the Ferrari, GT as well, the GT40. There were a lot of the stuff in this game was just fun to drive. Some stuff I didn't care for, but a lot of these cars just absolutely.
In keeping with its
Oh, that's a nice photo right there.
In keeping with its
Alright, now let's take the Ferrari out for a drive in the Outback, yeah?
3, 2, 1, go!